Doctor. This is Toby and Sean. We're back yet again. It's been 6 days.
It's been a minute. We've got a lot of stuff this week. We have like five records, 6 records.
We're gonna feature 3, and then I'm gonna address about 4 other records, 7. So wow, that's a record a day since or more.
It's a record review day.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And we saw one of the bands that we're gonna talk about. So let me see. What are we gonna start with?
Let's just do these guys first.
Okay. And back with their last album, The Vibrators. Holy shit. So, how many albums do they have?
Vibrators, Fall Into the Sky. This is
Fall Into the Sky by Vibrators.
number
Just came
25.
out. It's their 25th album. They said it'd be their last album. I really like this cover. I like those colors.
I have a
like
feeling
the
Cleopatra
artwork.
Records is gonna... Is this on Cleopatra?
This is on, Cleopatra Records.
I have a feeling they're gonna convince them to do another one.
Yeah, well, okay, so here's the thing. Vibrators have 25 records. I know 2 of them really well. I know the first one, Pure Mania, like the back of my hand.
Yes.
Right? And now I know this one. You know, I should have Vibrators too. And I remember hearing it like 20 years ago and thinking like these songs sound like they were kind of left off Pure Mania.
Yeah.
You know?
I thought
And then I've seen the Vibrators a number of times, and they got to, okay, so I think they've obviously got more original members back. Do you know how many original members are on this?
One.
Only one? Knox?
Yeah. It's Ian Knox. Everyone else.
How about the drummer?
I'm sorry. Yeah, Eddie Edwards is.
Because he sings sometimes too now. Okay, so they got him back, so it made a difference. So there was the first time I saw fucking Knox was at this horrible punk fest at the Vibrators was at this punk fest at the back room. It was horrible. The AC was broken. They were charging for water, and it was like Vibrators and I think DRI and Sloppy Seconds.
What year was this?
This was
90s?
like, you and I were roommates, so it was late 90s.
Huh.
Yeah, but it was not, anyway, Vibrators were playing like they would play like one song from Pure Mania, and you'd wait it out, and it was like, Knox didn't know that, like, he could have, if I was, you've got this one hit classic album, you should just stagger it. I would play every other song from that album,
right.
And people will be cool. But no, it was like all 20 albums had to be represented,
Right.
And then I saw them a few other times when they played, and I remember one time I saw them in Houston when Teen Cool or Urgencies or someone played with them. And the only song they played from Pure Mania was Baby, Baby, Baby. And then Baby.
Was the crowd screaming for all of their songs like yeah, and all that? Yeah.
Well, so I quit going to see them, right?
Yeah.
And they always toured, and then Alan always went to see them, right? And then he saw them at 710, and he said, "Oh my God, they played Pure Mania front to back." And I was like, what happened? And he's like, Knox, the singer, got sick, and all the new guys, like
we're playing the hits.
They played they did what everyone's been asking them to do.
Wow.
But then but then I saw them again.
It's
like,
the best Vibrator show
pre-pandemic.
without any original Vibrators.
Well, no, I saw them again, and they forgot the drummer back. What's his name again?
Eddie Edwards.
Eddie Edwards, and he sings some of the songs from Pure Mania. Like, you'll notice there's a couple different vocalists, but like, he sings "You Broke My Heart into little tiny pieces." Right. He sang that, and and he obviously, I think he sings our favorite song on this one.
Yeah.
But anyway, this album makes me want to go back and listen to some of the other albums because it's so good and it's so classic sounding. And I totally admire how these guys have musically not progressed one iota since 1977. How can you play and tour that much and stay exactly the same as, because it's crazy when you see metal bands get so much better. And
I'll go one step further and say that Eddie Edwards is actually degressed a little with his drumming. I don't know if that's because of age, but
he took a break for a long time.
Yeah.
He was doing something else.
It's not his best effort, but the songs are well written and they're a lot of fun.
I love this record.
Yeah.
It's like the punk version of the Scorpions Rock Believer record.
Yes.
As far as I'm concerned.
It really
It's
is. Yeah, it's reflective. Yeah, and I don't know. In a way, it's almost Neil Youngish, like with the vocal styles. You know, like
You know what I'm hearing is Lou Reed and the vocal styles.
Yes.
Especially Born on the Battlefield and what's it? Brain Failure, Part of Your World. Anyway, who else am I hearing on this? Yeah, the Lou Reed. There's just a lot of like classic influences, you know, even Beatles and stuff, you know. But what I was gonna say is, it's an old man rock record in the best way.
Yeah.
And on par with the new Scorpions record or the last few Cheap Trick records, or you know, like also even though these songs are punk rock, and I keep comparing it to the Scorpions, which should be a diss. Like, if I heard, these songs are well written enough to where if I heard them on the new Cheap Trick record or the new Ace Frehley record, I would be, some of these songs sound like they should be on an Ace Frehley record, just lyrically, the way they're written. So
right.
I'm pretty sure Sean and I have the same favorite song on this. 1, 2, 3.
Hang on. Okay, yeah.
1, 2, 3. Burning me up.
Yeah. Burning me up from the inside out.
Come on!
Yeah, burning me up makes me scream and shout.
Come on!
But it's a lot of lyrics like that, you know, like slower paced lyrics, you know, a lot of repeat stanzas. But the overall thing, if this is going to be their last record, it definitely is like a reflective, looking back, summing up our youth type of record.
My second favorite song is
Wait, I have a second favorite also.
Yeah?
Dry Down Under.
Oh yeah, I like Born on the Battlefield.
Yeah, Born on the Battlefield's good, and Part of Your World is really good.
Part of Your World is very good.
Yeah.
And Part of Your World sounds like it could be on Pure Mania.
Yeah, that's why I like it, because it actually does sound like one of their earlier songs.
Yeah, and then you forget, I mean, you say, oh, these are like, you know, really simple choruses. But then if you go listen to Pure Mania, those are really simple choruses.
Yeah.
Like, they really haven't changed at all.
Right.
These guys have not progressed one iota. Like, it's really enjoyable to listen to.
If anything's changed, like nowadays, there's just like, there's not as much like lead guitar quirkiness, you know, like You Broke My Heart has like,
oh yeah,
you know, almost like that AC/DC type of, you know, little quirky like lead guitar parts. But other than that, though, man, like solid effort, dude. It's just a good time. Again, I get like Neil Young, Crazy Horse almost type of vibes in a weird way. Like old man rock is a perfect way to describe it. But I mean, it's good,
like,
man.
Like the last few Cheap Trick albums I love, but the choruses are like, you got it going on. You know, it's like,
yeah, you know,
why not? Yeah,
sure, chicken foot, whatever. You know, it's gonna be great.
This is
every day. You know,
this is the dad punk album of the year. Granddad punk album of the year.
Granddad punk, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, fun. Got a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But I want to listen to their previous shit too, because there's 23 records in between the first two and this one that I haven't really listened to.
There's a CD set that just came out that has like 4 or 5 of them on it from the 80s. That's like $20.
If Alan, if you're checking out this video, like if you could comment like which ones are worth a shit, you know, other than these 3, you know. This
I sent Alan a
2.
link to this right after I listened to it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
But or anybody for that matter. Yeah, throw some ideas out there if you want on which ones to listen to.
The funniest stories are when Alan, I should have him on here to talk about him. Keep going over and over to see this band called the Sex Pistols Experience. Have you heard of this?
No.
It's a Sex Pistols tribute band.
Are they from Austin?
No.
Oh, they tour?
They tour all the time.
Like they make money? Like that's their job?
Well, apparently they would make money in like small towns, right?
Okay,
like apparently they kill in Waco and then they draw flies in Austin. Nobody in Austin cares, but then they go back out to Belton and 200 kids will pay
Pack
$20.
Belton County Expo Center.
So like, Alan kept going to these clubs like the Ritz upstairs, or what was that place? Katz's upstairs, like where no punk rock anyone would go to see. Sorry, I'm telling your story, Alan. But to see a punk rock show on like a Sunday afternoon to see the Sex Pistols Experience. And he said, like, they try to create the ambiance like it's the 100 Club. Like, they're all, like, hanging out in character before the show.
Holy shit.
But he said there was, like, no one there. So, like, he's like, we have the best time. I get a beer and I hang out with the guys and talk to them like they're the Sex Pistols, you know? And then they go up and do the Sex Pistols set, and you can help them sing the songs and like.
What if Steve Jones were to show up to that show and run into and talk to Steve Jones? You know?
Yeah.
What would that be like?
I wonder what it's like. I mean, I saw the tribute band that Tommy Thayer, Cold Gin, that he was in before he was in Kiss, and it was obvious that the Ace guy was the main dude. You know. Which was Tommy.
But were they method acting? Like, were they in character?
Yeah, they stayed in character the whole time. And Alan had a great time. He went a few times. He said there was less people the second time, but he had an even better time. But then he said that it was like a while later, a year or two later, he was at some show and some like normal American guy came up to him, was just chatting with him and seemed to know him really well. You know?
That's hilarious.
And then Alan was like trying to fake it and they couldn't figure it. And he's like, okay, I'm sorry. You're going to have to tell me who you are. And he's like, okay, well, I'm such and such, but you know me as Sid from the Sex Pistols.
Yeah.
You know?
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. I have a similar story to that. I think you might know it, where I thought I was pretty drunk at Emo's and I thought that I was talking to Tony Scalzo. Because we used to play together in Young Heart Attack, like way back in the day. So that's how we know each other. But Tony Scalzo has a doppelganger in town, and we were talking for maybe 30 minutes, and I was really annoying him. And then same thing. He finally broke it to me. He was like, "Dude, sorry, I don't know who you are." And by this point, I'd already bummed like 2 cigarettes off him and like bought like 2 or 3 rounds. Anyway, he got some free drinks out of me, so. Yeah, but.
Oh man, I pointed out Greg Ginn at a music festival to my ex-wife, but she thought I was pointing to the guy next to him. Started chatting with the dude about Blood Flood.
Oh man, that's great.
The guy was flattered.
Wow, yeah.
Like, oh, who do you think I am?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I wonder if Greg Ginn heard. Was he like, what? Over here? Or maybe he just got a kick out of it. Like, wanted to hear what the guy would have to say. Yeah, I'm Greg. Sure. What are you doing tonight? You know?
You know the story about the fake Ian MacKaye that was touring with Ministry?
No.
Like, you know how Ministry has that band Palehead?
Yeah.
Okay, with Ian MacKaye.
Right.
And then when they were touring, like, Mind is a Terrible Thing to Taste, and they had the big fence around the stage, like, this guy who was their roadie would come out with a shaved head dressed as Ian MacKaye and sing those songs. And then they would never introduce him, you know? But then, like, for years, like, Peter would tell me, like, you know, he saw that show and he's like, Ian MacKaye was there singing those songs. That dude was fucked up. I know he's like straight edge, but when he was with Ministry, he was fucking
doing some shady
ganked
ass
to
shit.
the gills,
Yeah.
and you know, hitting on all the chicks and all. Just like, and anyway, so then I read the book. What's his name? The singer, Chris Connolly's book. And he like named a roadie. He's like, that guy is going to hell.
Oh.
He fucked so many girls saying he was Ian MacKaye.
So there was a time though that you actually thought that Ian MacKaye was like fucking shady as fuck, like, you know, playing in
touring
Ministry,
with Ministry.
until you read that, and got the truth.
And then like he's
like,
so
that
Ian
doesn't make
MacKaye's
sense.
so on top of things.
Yeah.
Like if I know about this, he knows about this,
Sure,
right?
sure.
You know, so it's
Has
like,
he talked about it?
I've never heard him talk about it.
That'd be a great
like,
conversation topic to bring up to you. Did you know this happened? And you got a pretty bad rap in the
there
punk
was
scene for a little
fucking,
while until that book came out.
Lower Class Brats had a record on. It was a label called Vulture Rock, but they got started by putting out like bootleg recordings of live shows of bigger bands that they weren't signed to, and they put out a Fugazi one with no address on the label, but the guy worked, I don't know where he worked, but apparently, I mean, and this is in the early 90s, Ian MacKaye would pre-internet, was on the phone calling his house within 24 hours.
Wow.
Like,
damn.
hey, what's up?
Yeah,
Like, and then
that's pretty good sleuth work. He should go into fucking being a PI or something.
Right. But he said he was like, no, it's all cool, but we need 25% of the press or whatever percent of the press he wanted.
Huh, okay.
But yeah. I mean, don't think these people don't know what's going on.
Right. I'm sure he's well aware.
Yeah. So we totally diverged.
But
where we were talking about Vibrators and the Sex Pistols experience. Oh, so then the next time I saw the Vibrators, fucking the drummer was back and they did a lot. It was a good set.
Oh, this was a good one.
And they were doing, the last time I saw them, they did, it was at whatever club that used to be, who cares? It's on Red River across from 710. What's that called?
Red Eye Fly.
Yeah, it used to be Red Eye Fly. But anyway, they played in back there, and the drummer was there, and they played a lot more songs from Pure Mania. So if I saw them and they played all songs from this and Pure Mania, I mean, there's at least 5 songs from this I would want to hear.
Yeah.
For sure. Anyway, great album. Fucking Fall Into the Sky, Vibrators.
Cool. Yeah, I would love this poster also.
I love the artwork.
Great artwork.
Yeah, I think it's great. Okay, where are we going?
I don't know. You decide.
Here on Thursday night, we went and saw Boris.
Goddamn, Boris, Heavy Rocks. This is the 2022 Heavy Rocks, not to be confused with the 2011 Heavy Rocks and the 2001 Heavy Rocks also.
They have 3 albums called Heavy Rocks.
Yeah, yep. It's their 3rd one. But this is great. This show was fantastic.
I didn't expect them to be that good, and it gave me a new appreciation for this record, hearing those songs live.
Yeah.
know?
Okay, a little bit about the record. This is their 28th studio record. They're out of Tokyo, Japan. This dropped on August 12th. 3-piece, Takeshi vocals.
4-piece.
Well, 4-piece at the show. 3-piece on the record. Wata, guitar and lead vocals. Atsuyo, vocals, drums. And then I think at the show it was Michio Kurihara on guitars, touring with them. I can't be sure.
Wait, that was Wada on
Wada
guitar.
played. There were 2 guitar players at the show.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Man, there were so many lights and flashing shit going on.
Yeah.
And I was so I got the shingles vaccine that day, and I was feeling like absolute fucking garbage. And so
don't ever tell me that you've gotten a vaccine shot, because I'll continuously slap you on the shoulder for unconscious reasons. Like, Joey, this is a great show. Pow, 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 hug, hug.
So I wasn't getting up close. I wasn't really getting the pit started at this one, Hey, so all the lyrics are in Japanese and English. So, that'll help you learn Japanese. Or help you learn English. Man, this album is great. It's their 2nd album this year. Earlier this year, we reviewed W, this album.
The follow-up to No, and you put them together, and it's Now.
Now. Oh, shit. Really?
Yeah, that's how it works.
So anyway, this is like their ambient AMSR album, and they played absolutely nothing from this at the show. They played 7 songs from this, and they played 5 songs from No. It was a 12 or 13 song set.
Yeah.
And they played 6 songs from No, because one of the songs from No is a cover. It was a rock and roll heavy metal set all the way. God damn, they sounded good.
They fucking sounded great. And I don't know if, dude, it sounded really good at Empire Control Room, but they were loud as shit.
Yeah.
But my God, man, they can put on a show. Obviously the guitar work by Wata and their wall of orange amps was just destroying it, man. But she jumps on keyboards, for a bunch of songs as well. And then Takeshi and Atsuyo would switch out drums. He actually jumped on the drums for the last 2
really?
songs. Yeah.
I'm glad you were watching that. I was all the way in back listening.
Yeah, Craig and I finally ended up going up front and made our way up front pretty easily. But it was a fantastic show. Really heavy 70s inspired, heavy metal psych rock,
Yeah.
For this, talking about encompassing this whole record. But, man, fantastic live show. And it was so loud. Dude, I haven't been to a show this loud since, I think some of the loudest shows I've ever been to are at Liberty Lunch, and I got a huge. I think I was telling you, I was just getting huge Liberty Lunch vibes at Empire Control Room, but the sound was just like reverberating through my chest. You know, like if you didn't have earplugs in, yeah, your ears are definitely still shot. But man, super great, and we actually. Craig and I stayed out most of the night, and I got to say hi to Wata.
Awesome.
Yeah, she was putting her guitar away, and I walked up to the stage all drunkily and was like, "Thank you, Wata." She waved at me, and I think she likes me. So,
really?
Yeah,
That's
there might
good.
be.
I hope things work out for you.
Yeah, there might be.
That's really promising.
Thanks, man. It's been a while, so there's might be some there. So might be in Japan next year. Who knows? Yeah.
Do you have a favorite song on this?
I do have a favorite song.
On 3?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
My Name is
Nosferatu.
All right, Nosferatu is a great song also.
Ruins.
Yep. She is Burning, the first song.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, they have that was dropped as a single before the record came out.
She is Burning?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude. Yeah, it's good.
Great.
It's a great record.
Relapse Records.
Maybe not as straight ahead rocking as this. A little more off the wall than
Yeah.
You know, a little more chaotic.
A little more noisy.
Noisy, yeah. But still like very metal. Like that set, they could have slayed at any fucking metal festival anywhere with that. You know?
That could have been like Monsters of Rock. Yeah, it could have been at any festival. Yeah, like metal festival. Easily.
Slayed them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so can't say enough nice things about Boris. That was such a good show.
Yeah.
Just had so much fun. They're such a cool band.
Right.
All right. And okay, here we go. You want to introduce the next one? While I have a sip of water? Yeah.
Okay. Clocking in at 21 minutes total runtime is Osees. The Osees new record. Actually, I got to say something about this one. This is the Osees, Osees. They've released, this will be their 26th record total. They have 5 releases as the letters OCS. They have 1 release as the OCs all spelled together, 1 release as the O space C's, and then 12 releases as the OCs, and then 3. Anyway, fuck it. This is the OCs. This record is called A Foul Form. And man, is this a lot of punk rock fun. I don't think any songs are over 2 minutes long. There's 9 songs, and again, the runtime is 21 minutes, but fuzzed out, just fuzzed out short punk rock songs. They said they were inspired by the punk rock that they grew up on, so I just think I get like early Queers, I get like Murder Junkies, and like even King Louie vibes from this. How about you, Joe? What do you think?
I love this record. This is exactly the direction I want the OC. Well, I didn't know ahead. Like, God, I hope they start listening to Rudimentary Kenai and do an album like, no, this is fucking perfect direction. This is my favorite thing. Honestly, they're one of those bands that like, there was 2 bands that I think of that up until like 5 years ago I was collecting their shit, but they were them and King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. That I was buying all their shit, and then it got to be like too much shit, and and nothing was connecting with me as much as this does. I'd seen the OCs live during South by Southwest with the Gories, and
oh wow,
it was and they were phenomenal. I love the 2 drum thing going on. The guitar work sounds like Ricky Wilson from the B-52s. And I bought their records, and their records were pretty good, but they weren't connecting with me on the level that their live show did. Mm-hmm. And they were so prolific that I quit keeping up. But then this was coming out, and I ordered it, and oh my God, I love this record. It's fucking, might be it.
Ooh,
I think fucking Soul Glow is fucking finally has some competition for 2022.
Hell yeah!
It's this OC's record, A Foul Form.
Fuck yeah!
And I love the 2 drum. I usually hate 2 drums, but they keep it simple and play interesting beats that they stick to.
Yeah.
And they don't hit you over the head with it being 2 drummers.
Right.
But they do stuff that you would have to have 3 arms and 3 legs to play.
I'll be honest, I didn't know there were 2 drummers until I was like reading who the personnel for this record.
Yeah.
So Dan and Paul, they're the 2 drummers on this record. John Dwyer, vocals, guitars. Tim Hellman, bass. Thomas Dulles on keyboards.
Yeah.
You have a favorite song from this one?
I do. Do you have one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
A
Perm
Foul
Act.
Form. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Okay, so the last song on this is a rudimentary Peni song, Sacrifice, and it's very short and it's very good. But the thing is, I mean, when I looked at the notes and I wasn't paying full attention, I was like, oh, they do a rudimentary Peni cover. And then the song, the third to last, Perm Act comes on. I was like, oh yeah, this is the Peni cover. Nah, that's the original. You know, like they fake you out with a song that sounds like it could be rudimentary.
That's awesome.
Peni. Yeah.
Which one sounds like it? The social part?
Perm Act.
Oh, Perm Act. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Geez, what else? A Foul Form is great. Funeral Solution. You know what? Every
Funeral
song
Solution.
on this is
Scum
great.
Show. Yeah.
Like the riffs are simple, the beats are interesting, but like
Vocals are great.
I compare the beats to Bow Wow Wow or something. I mean, there's kind of a new wave thing going on.
Yeah.
But they've really got a cool, like The Fall meets Bow Wow Wow. I don't know. It's this is an awesome record, and I can't say enough. I think everyone should listen to it.
Yes.
And I couldn't be more stoked about it. And yeah, I mean, this is definitely going to be in major competition for album of the year.
Just a solid piece of work. So
and
fun.
yeah, what all the songs are short. What's it? 20 minutes.
21-minute runtime.
21 minutes.
The whole thing.
The Vibrators album is like fucking
an hour
and 10 minutes.
Yeah,
it's really long.
It's long, but it doesn't get old. It doesn't get tiring.
There's about, if I was
there's
editing,
like 2 or 3 slow
there's
songs.
like 2 songs I might excise from the Vibrators album right in the middle. But otherwise, I mean, but even those songs are pretty good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's still really well. And it's just recorded really well. It sounds awesome. The production's great. Hey.
But this is tight.
If you'll notice, Toby, what track number is the title track of the record?
A Foul Form, song 4.
Number 4!
Dude, and 4 on this is Born on the Battlefield.
That's
Number
great,
4 on this is Blah Blah Blah, which
That's
is
great
a total
song.
rocker.
Yeah.
And anyway, so I'm going to briefly talk about a few other things. Yeah, the Osees just killed it with this one, and oh my god.
Yeah,
the artwork and everything. Yeah. So
this is probably the only band that we've seen live that we've reviewed so far this year, right?
Yeah, I haven't been, you know what? I've been spending money on CDs and I've been like not spending money on concert tickets.
Yeah.
But you know what? I need to get out more. I've been going to see local bands. It's time to go see Sex Pump and We Are the Asteroid.
Yeah, tonight.
And The Flood. Okay, so Neil Young has an onslaught of stuff. We have reviewed 2 Neil Young albums so far this year.
He's got more.
And
get ready.
Bam! Neil Young. So, okay, this one, Neil Young, Promise of the Real, Noise and Flowers. This is a live album that apparently has an accompanying DVD. They filmed the show from very pandemic, probably 2019, 2018. Mm-hmm. And it's a greatest hits set, and it's really good. It's well orchestrated. It's not Crazy Horse, but they bring the rawness to it, and they play the mellow stuff. And I like it, and you know, it's good. There's a certain level of quality to all the releases, and it's a nice live album, and it's very well recorded. This one is also a live album with Crazy Horse that came out, this one's called El Dorado. This came out in 1989. It came out in between Rockin' in the Free World and what was the one with like Mansion on the Hill? The next Crazy Horse.
And the Restless.
Oh, the Restless. I don't know who the hell the Restless. That sounds like Crazy Horse.
It sounded like Crazy Horse to me. That's what you were playing when I came here, right?
Yeah.
I like it though. It's fun. It's rocking.
Yeah, right. Okay, so I remember hearing a few of these songs on like KLBJ back in the day. This album is an EP, live EP that came out in Japan and Germany, and it was never officially released in the U.S. until now. And it's got 5 songs, including a cover of On Broadway, which is kind of curious.
Yeah, very curious.
Neil Young. No one's No one tells him shit. He does what he wants
yeah,
to do.
no one's challenging his decision on, the cover songs that he wants to do. That's for sure.
Cocaine Eyes. I mean, but it's weird when like old people do covers because like I know that they remember when this song came out.
Yeah.
So like what they're associating it with is completely different.
Right.
You
This
know?
killed in 1972, man.
Yeah.
1967.
Right.
Yeah.
Totally. I mean, even that being said, we're making fun of him covering on Broadway. It's great.
It's still great.
It's still great.
Very young,
They still play the shit
Rocks,
out of it.
amazingly.
Yeah, So, yeah, Cocaine Eyes. I wonder if that's about David Crosby. That sounds kind of... Don't Cry is kind of a metal one. Heavy Love, El Dorado. Anyway, yeah, I like this one. They make it a good price, too, because it's a 5-song EP. Okay, this one, Willie Nelson. Also, this is the third Willie Nelson album we've talked about.
Yes, this year.
Okay, this has been recorded for a while. It's on Gaither. This is on a Christian label. It's hymns. It's called Just As I Am, 18 Hymns and Gospel Favorites, Willie and Bobbie Nelson. Bobbie's Willie's late sister, who unfortunately passed this year. This is them playing hymns that they grew up playing together. And it's comforting to listen to. There's a few things that kind of... I don't like it when they talk about heaven too much, because I mean, I'm not, whatever your religious persuasion is, the playing kind of surpasses. And, I mean, if you can get past that, or if you're into that or whatever, or you should just be able to, because it's Willie's band, they're really playing the shit out of these songs. Like, they've obviously been playing these songs their whole life, and they're super familiar with them. And, man, I mean, it's well recorded, it's well played, her piano playing is spot on.
That's what I was going to ask. So she's got piano and vocals? Or just
Willie's
piano?
singing everything.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, there's a bunch of these songs that you hear the first few chords and you're like, oh shit, they're going to sing Amazing Grace. And then it's something else, right? But, like, they don't actually ever sing.
You're relieved.
Yeah,
You're relieved
Amazing
knowing that
Grace.
the next song you hear is not Amazing Grace.
But they do end with
Keeps you
How
coming
Great
back.
Thou Art, which I associate with Elvis, So,
Right.
I mean, if you can get into Elvis's gospel albums, which I have a few, you should be able to play just for this. And like Mickey Raphael, the harmonica player, shows up. Different people from Willie's band show up. And it's very intimate and I'm surprised how many times I've listened to it just in the background because whatever. Willie's great. Okay, and now for the first time we're fucking getting into some classical music. Holy shit, I've been listening to this one. This is a good, so Lisa Batiashvili is probably a superstar in the world of classical music who I didn't know shit about,
Toady.
Uh-huh.
How did you even discover this, Toady?
I was looking at new releases. Okay, something about this cover caught my eye. I was like, oh, what's this all about? Classical music's even like...
What the heck?
Classical music's even worse about putting the pretty people up front.
Yeah.
But
look who they put on the back.
she's got the talent to back it. She's phenomenal.
Toby would have never listened to this if this dude were on the cover.
If Homeboy was on the cover.
And look how classy she is.
His name is Georgi Gigashvili. Anyway, he plays piano, and she's the violinist.
She
and
makes him look like a chump just standing there. Look at her. Look at how she's dressed. She's class, head to toe.
Now that's class.
That guy could be an undeath. He's like the drummer.
He could play drums for
Celtic Frost. Yeah, who knows? Like who he plays drums for? So.
She's from Georgia, and born in 1979, and this has her, and then so you can. There's a lot of footage of her playing with all these international orchestras on YouTube, and if you can plug your TV into the stereo, you'll have some great material to zone out to. For all your senses, but man, she is good. She really plays. She's got the talent to back it up, and she's been at it for a while. And I like that they do a lot of stuff that is more recent than your Mozart and your Beethoven. And they cover a lot. There's like half the pieces are just violin and piano, and then there's some with the Philadelphia Orchestra, and it's very beautifully recorded. And I mean, look at that. You know this is awesome, right? So anyway, there's a Simonowski. I didn't know anything. Guy died in 1937. Anyway,
like
stuff
a recent composer.
Yeah, a more recent composer. And then so there's some stuff coming out of his that I heard that I liked. Anyway,
he's
and they do
now.
Chasson and César Franck. I don't know. Anyway, so
how would you listen to this? Were you just putting this on?
This is what.
Clean the house too, or something?
Oh
or
no, like if I'm waking up, drinking coffee, and
Earl Grey tea. You switching to Earl Grey tea with a saucer. You started using a saucer when you started listening to this. So I noticed that about you.
If I've been chewing on like a melatonin gummy and I'm trying to space out and fall asleep after my shift.
Toby bought 3 monocles listening to this on Amazon. And a tea set. What the fuck? Anyway, get into it.
I just been curious about like what's going on in new classical music, and I've really played the shit out of this record, and I liked it enough that I ordered one for my uncle because I thought he would like it too.
That's
so,
awesome.
and anyway, get on YouTube and look up Lisa Batiashvili because there's plenty of great symphonies to listen to, and she's awesome to listen to and to look at. And that's that.
That's that. That was
my
fun.
God, we talked about a lot of stuff, huh?
Yeah, there's a lot of I can't believe the wealth of releases this year that have been like really good.
This has been a solid week.
Yeah.
What do you think you're gonna wind up listening to the most?
I've listened to a ton of the Boris record. Probably more Osees. I can't get tired of this. Like I just over and over. I've listened to it maybe
fucking
like
classic
50
rock
times.
record.
I guess in 21 minutes. But again, like
Osees for the win.
Yeah, Osees definitely won this week. But I'm not tired of it yet. So yeah.
I won't be tired of it.
I'm actually gonna listen to this one a little bit more because
I'm gonna listen to all of these.
Yeah.
I've been listening to these 7 albums exclusively for the last week or so. And it's been nice, you know. I like all of them quite a bit.
What are we doing next week? Do you know?
God, we are fucking. I can say this. We're caught up.
Wow, we're caught up.
I think there are some things that are on the way, and I can't think of them right now.
Cool.
But there's, okay, so. We're getting into the October is one of the September, October are months where there's a whole lot of releases, especially October, and it actually kind of slows down in the summer. And so spring has a lot of releases and fall has a shit ton of releases. So I have like 20 albums pre-ordered.
Wow,
yeah,
that's awesome.
yeah. There's so much stuff.
We've got homework.
Out.
Get ready.
Yeah. So we're not going to be at any loss for things to talk about. But then after we had the back-to-back COVIDs, we kind of got behind. But now,
cool.
I mean, there were a couple things we didn't talk about, but it was because I didn't like them.
Yeah. We dissed them.
Decided to say we dissed them privately.
Right.
Whatever. There's so much stuff I want to talk about. Why am I going to take up space?
Right.
Dissing somebody. Anyway. Oh, I finally put up some of my artwork. You might have noticed. I've had this painting.
You didn't put it up.
And my sister was here. My sister was here with her 2 kids, and that's part of the reason I listen to this so much is because they're not really into the loud stuff so much, and it's mellow, and you can put this on, impress your family.
Yeah, impress your book.
Look how sophisticated I am now.
Yeah, I know. Listening to classical.
About Lisa Batiashvili from Georgia? Yeah.
No, but I know about the drummer from Carcass. There he is.
He is really good.
Yeah?
Like both of them.
He's the piano player, right?
Yeah, man, I mean, bring so much to each note, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's really some masterful playing on both of their, you know, I mean, they're not a couple. I imagine this scenario where they were like, you know, touring the international Four Seasons, playing with all the best orchestras in the world. But
Right.
no, she's married with 2 kids to got joy. And she plays this violin from 1793 that was
Whoa.
donated to her by an anonymous fan, you
Wow.
know, that's on loan to her. But can you imagine flying? Like, I looked her up. She's playing in Paris this weekend or whatever, this week with the Paris Orchestra.
Wow. Are you going?
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
flying in for that. Sure, yeah, that sounds delightful.
Yeah.
You ought to bring the family.
Yeah, I will. Are you going to wear your top hat and your pink tuxedo and your monocle
Yeah.
and your gloves?
Yeah, we're going all the way with it.
Yep.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Cool. Well, we'll see you guys next week. Thanks so much for watching again. And I almost said doot because I've been watching a lot of Nardwar videos. lately.
Oh, yeah?
So, yeah. But, all right, you ready to do the song?
Yeah, we're going to
Get
play
out
the
of
song and then we'll see y'all next time. I think I have a pick somewhere.
here? I put
There
one
we
on
go.
top of your bass amp
Oh,
for
thanks.
you. Yeah. Yeah, that's what friends do. We help each other, and we're friends, and we're conscientious.
1, 2, 3, 4.